Episode 24. My mom's eyes locked onto mine, tears streaming down her face like a river of regret. Her voice trembled as she spoke, the words barely above a whisper, as in, "My child, I am so sorry." She paused, taking a deep breath as if steeling herself for the truth. "You are not my biological daughter." Tears rushed to my eyes, hearing the words that shattered my identity. I looked at Ikemefuna, his face buried in his hands as if trying to escape the truth. He slowly raised his head, his eyes locking onto mine with a mix of shock and sadness. He waved, a faint smile on his lips, as if trying to reassure me. "I can only imagine. You're not my sister," he stammered, his voice cracking with emotion. He turned to my mom, his eyes blazing with a mix of anger and hurt. "Mom, why could you?" he asked, his voice trembling with betrayal. Matsi Nwankwo's face turned red with rage. "You are very wicked," he roared, his voice echoing through the room. "You stole our child from the hospital." I watched as tears rushed into his eyes. Matsi Obiora, the man I married, had been a pillar of strength and kindness. Despite knowing my past, he had refused to take advantage of my vulnerability, instead choosing to stand by me. He had always said that he married me because he desperately wanted a child. But now the truth was out. He was my biological father. The revelation sent shivers down my spine. No wonder our bond had always felt so strong, so unbreakable. The bold chemistry between us, the uncanny sense of familiarity, it all made sense now. Indeed, blood is thicker than water. The saying echoed in my mind, a haunting reminder of the intricate web of relationships that had been hiding in plain sight. Nwanika, on the other hand, had been a good woman to me, taking me in as her own after I married her husband. But the truth was shocking. My brother, who I thought was my brother, had gotten me pregnant. To escape the consequences, I had run into the arms of a man who was my father. "May the gods of our land forbids." My dad's voice laced with anguish and betrayal. "You stole a child and brought her into our home, and I had no idea," he continued, his eyes filled with tears of disappointment and hurt. "I am so disappointed in you, Adiz." The room fell silent, the only sound the muffled sobs of my family members. Everyone sat crying and mourning, the weight of the revelation crushing us all. The scene was one of utter devastation, as if our whole world had been turned upside down. Nwanika wept uncontrollably, her body shaking with grief. Ikemefuna's face was buried in his hands, his shoulders heaving with sobs. Obiora sat frozen, his eyes fixed on me with a mix of shock, guilt, and sorrow. My mom sat with her head bowed, her eyes streaming with tears of regret and shame. Nurse Ella knelt on the floor, her face etched with remorse, her eyes pleading for forgiveness. And I just sat there, frozen in shock, my mind reeling with the implications of it all. A few minutes later, I heard a knock on the door. I opened it to find 3 police officers standing outside. One of them stepped forward, holding up a passport. "Is this number 23, Johns Avenue?" he asked. I took a glance at the passport, and my heart skipped a beat. It was Ikemefuna's. "Come in," I invited, trying to process what was happening. The 3 police officers walked into our residence, their eyes scanning the room. "We are looking for Ikemefuna Nwankwo, the owner of this passport," one of them explained. "He's a suspect in the murder of Greg and Elvis, students of Providence University, Aqua."